Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you how I achieved this seamless knotless box braids. No, this is triangle braids because I used a triangle parting to achieve this style. So these braids are very painless. You can do it on kids. Like you see in this video, I did this hair on my knees. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into the video. First of all, you need your braiding hair, 2 packs. I use 2 packs of braiding hair to achieve this style. You also need your clips to hold the hair in place. You will need some form of edge control. You need a detangling brush, some grease, a rat tail comb, some scissors, a hair polisher, and a hairspray. These are the only things you need to achieve this style. Because I use hair grease because the hair I'm working with is very thick. It's thick 4C hair that has been pre-stretched with heat. Okay, so in this clip you can see me trying to cut her hair. Guys, can you see the nape of her hair? There's so much hair in her, even her nape. There's so much hair. That's how thick her hair is. I go in with my wax to make my parting a bit precise and crisp. Yeah, that's what I'm doing in this part of the video. I'm trying to get the parts as precise as possible. And I use wax or edge control to tame her hair. I don't want to use any water-based product that will revert her hair back to its natural state. Even in the video, at some point I realized the wax was leaving a white residue and I didn't like that, so I switched to using just hair grease for the parting. Okay, yeah, so as you can see, I take one part of the hair that I've already sectioned out and I divide it into three legs. That's how I'm going to braid. And with the braiding hair as well, I use 3 strands. Depending on the size of braids you want to add more to the hair or add less if you want the hair to be thin. In this instance, I wanted the hair to be medium because I didn't want it to be too heavy because it was long. This hair was actually her bath length hair. Yeah, so I placed the first strand between my thumb and index finger, as you can see in the clip, and I do a crisscross, or what you may call it, braid, and then I come back to the same position with my thumb and index finger and I place the second strand. I do these 3 times and that's it. I braid the rest till the end of the hair. You can continue watching to see how I achieve this. I'm sorry guys, this part of the clip is not very clear, but as we go along you will see what I'm talking about. Yeah, she wanted a mix of colors, kids, a mix of color in her braids and she wanted it pretty long. So like I said, when I get my section ready, I part this section into 3 equal parts. Then I do one cross underneath my index finger, and then I place the braiding hair between my thumb and index finger, do another cross braid, and then add the second strand of braiding hair, as you can see. do another cross braid, and then add the third strand of braiding hair. It's pretty easy, guys. If you get the grasp of it, it's pretty easy. This style is so painless that I never think I'll ever go back to the original way of braiding box braids anymore. This style is so painless. You see in the end how I tied it up and she felt not a single pain. So I decided to go for medium braids. So I had 3 braids going at the nape of her hair in my first section. Just show you again how I put the strand of hair between my thumb and then the index finger and do a braid, and then add the second strand of hair, do another braid, and then add the third strand of hair. So this is it, guys. This is how I do the braids going upwards in a semicircle dimension. Yeah, here's me switching to the grease instead of the edge control because it was leaving a white residue in her hair that I didn't like. When I got to the middle of her hair, it was really starting to curl back up, and I had to comb it so many times to be able to get it to be a bit smooth for me to do the braids. Like I've shown you, I'm doing the same thing with this part. So with a triangle at the back of the hair, you don't really need to make it too precise, or you don't need to worry about it being too aligned. When you get to the front of the hair, I'll show you how I make it aligned and it looks as if it's a star parting at the top of the hair. Yes, guys, we had a guest in our video. Okay, so I ran into an error here as I was showing you. The hair was tangling up, funny enough, and the braids were becoming too loose, so I had to take them out and redo them again. So that's what I was showing you. Always place the braiding hair between your thumb and your index finger, and get a good grip at the roots so that the hair is not too loose at the base, if you get what I mean. I also utilize the tacking method in this braiding process because her hair is natural and it will revert back as the days go by. You want to try as much as possible to tack natural hair underneath the braiding hair so that the part that will revert, even if it does, will not show. As the braids get older, it will still look very clean and neatly done. And guys, one tip I would recommend is to put on something, when you're doing these kids' hairstyles, they become very fuzzy at some point. So you put on a show or their favorite show for them to watch and keep their minds, occupied and away from the stress of getting their braids done. That is another tip I found that has worked really great for me. Yes, and there you have it, guys. As I was telling you previously in the beginning of the video, when you get to the top, that's when you make your parting a bit precise to look like a star. You can see from where the braids are, it aligns perfectly. Yes, and also one tip that I can give you guys is when prepping the braiding hair, just apply a bit of hair polish to the braiding hair or just a slight bit of grease. Rub it in your palm and then apply it to the braiding hair. This gives your braids a very perfect finish and smooth finish. You will not find too many stray hairs coming out. So I dip her ends in hot water, sorry. You see how relaxed the braids get once you dip them in hot water. And then I trim the edges, the ends of the braids to make it have a clean finish, as you may say. And then I go in with hairspray, to keep things a little fresh. Usually with box braids, you can see that when you're trying to flip the braids up and down sideways, it hurts a lot. But with knotless braids, this is a thing of the past. So guys, this is how the braids came out. She loved it and I loved it too. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned, like, comment and subscribe to my channel for more videos on hair and beauty. Thank you.